FFLs, JB from FFL Consultants here again, and I'm excited about bringing Josh Buchness from Vensure HR to you this week to talk about human resource services, the administrative process that you all go through with employees, all the paperwork, the rules, the regulations. And in the next 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to try to consolidate what Josh and Venture's HR can do for a company like you if you're just tired of the hassle. So Josh, welcome to our show. This is JB at FFL Consultants Weekly, and we'd love to have you tell us a little bit about what you do. And first of all, you and I met, I think about 3 years ago here in local Denver at a business conference. And it was amazing to hear how you can alleviate, I'd say, get through the spaghetti mess of administrative process. I know I do it for a few employees. I just have a few employees, mostly contractors. But the paperwork behind having employees can be nerve-wracking to an extent. So it was great to hear from you and understand that there are companies out there that can help not only the big, but the smaller and the medium-sized businesses, right? So, hey, let's start off by hearing a little bit about you, Josh.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, John. Excited to speak to FFLs out there. A little bit about me. I grew up in Delaware, so I'm a small town, small state kind of guy. I first learned to shoot when I was in JROTC, all throughout high school. I also used to go hunting for birds with friends, so some doves and some duck and geese. Could never get in the tree, you know, that was just never for me, but I appreciate all the guys out there that do that. I enjoy going to shooting ranges. I think Vegas probably, for me, I mean, I just think Vegas has some of the best ones, coolest ones out there. Yeah, and now I'm out here in Denver. I've been in PEO for about 5 years now, and I like it because I work with small businesses every day, and I grew up in a small business family. My parents owned a restaurant, and then now they've moved on to a catering business. So just, you know, the ability to speak with small businesses every day just kind of adds to my happiness, and I'm really excited to consult for any of the families out there, family-oriented people. I'm excited to speak with them.
You said a couple of things that caught my attention, Josh. First of all, the tree thing, I get it. You know, I tell my brothers that have an hunter, you know, trees are like cheating. I think it's like cheating for hunting, but I get it. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for being a 2A enthusiast. But you said PEO. Can you explain what a PEO is?
Yeah, so a PEO is a professional employer organization, and that is a partnership between the business and Vensure, and we become the employer of record. And the purpose of that is it allows us to do the tax filings and other paperwork. And this allows you to focus on growing the business or the things that you got into business to do, the things that you're passionate about, while we take care of all the, you know, the admin, the more boring type of things. You're also offloading risk because, you know, we're filing under our EIN number, which makes us responsible in the eyes of the government. But you're still running your business as normal, but we're just there from the back end, the backside of things, really helping out.
So basically you handle all the administrative stuff that goes along with, I'm hearing payroll, wages. You're probably going to give me a list in a minute here, benefits, unemployment,
Yeah.
hiring, firing, background checks, all that fun stuff.
Yes. So not only do you get to offload risks, but you get to leverage our company. So our technology is a big piece of what we do. So we put everything in one place, so you can manage your payroll, you can manage your benefits, and that's everything from health, dental, vision, life, 401k, all different types of benefits. The human resources offloading, so things like handbooks, putting in policies in place, tracking paid time off, all those types of things are all within our wheelhouse. Some ancillary things that we do as well, you know, recruiting, marketing, accounting, those type of things we have capabilities for as well. but the PEO and payroll is certainly at the core of what we do.
And I'm just guessing all along the way, if somebody does recruit you to be or sign up with you to be their go-to company, Ventures takes care of all the deadlines, making sure you're not missing any requirements or forms being filed. Or, when we visit clients, we ask very little about the administrative part of the business. We're more about the firearms and ATF compliance. But sometimes people are asking us about background checks. Am I compliant with my I-9? Do I need to have a standard operating procedures manual? Do I need to have a handbook? And quite frankly, and again, back to the reason why I thought you would be such a great resource for our community is that I don't have all those answers. I'm not the expert, but it seems like customers can just call you whenever they have those questions. Is that accurate?
Yeah, people, I'm sure you can relate to this, John, but people generally, call you after a problem has occurred, which I understand they're looking for help and guidance. But the idea is to be, proactive about these type of things. And that's what you're there for. And that's what I'm here for. We're here to guide them in the right direction. Ultimately, it's their business. But like car insurance, you can't purchase the insurance after the accident. You need it before. So we're here to partner with them to show them things like putting a handbook in place that insulates the business from any employee related, kind of risk. We also help them get an EPLI policy, which is employer practice liability insurance. So we're in a litigation heavy environment. So things like harassment and discrimination, that's what EPLI is there for, to make sure if you run into those or if somebody is suing you, that you have something in place that will cover that.
Yeah, that's really good. That's a great point. In fact, I had someone call last week. Look, because they were dropped by one insurance carrier for a variety of reasons, that carrier just wants to get out of business. We understand that it's part of our industry. Not everyone is firearms friendly these days, but I know you guys are. But then we have the liability situation with contractors, and again, something to consider. I know this one range has a lot of contractors coming in to be firearms instructors. So that just takes us down a whole nother road. Do you guys handle contractors versus part-time, full-time employees? They handle all of that, and how would that be handled, like, basically, with you guys?
I mean, 1099 contractors are great. They usually have a lot of experience, and maybe if you're not sure if you want to make that a long-term position, that's a good scenario. We can handle that. They can pay them directly through our technology software. So it makes it nice and easy. And when they need to, file the 1099 forms at the end of the year, we make sure that's, nice and easy for them to file. But the thing that you need to be concerned about is 1099 contractors need to have their own insurance. They're not going to be covered under your personal workers' comp insurances. So they need to have their own certificate of insurance, a COI. That's something that all the FFLs out there should be getting from their 1099 contractors and keeping that on file. That's very important to have a system. Either they're checking it quarterly or yearly, or they know when those go up so that they can get the new copy when it becomes available.
Yeah, it's funny you said that relative to workers' comp. But the question I had last week, because that was exactly the question, is how about my contractor's general liability insurance? The same reason. You got somebody working, you're leasing space, or you got some type of agreement with the local firearms instructor that comes in once, twice a month, or once, twice a week. They have to have their own liability insurance as well. Otherwise, if something happens on the range and that's not your employee, or that employee is a contractor, you want the liability to fall onto them and not onto you, in the simplest sense. So I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm glad Ventures can handle both sides of the equation, whether or not it's a contractor or a full-fledged employee. So for the sake of time, Josh, what are all the things, if somebody signed up for you, or they grew to a point where they have an accountant and they got a payroll firm and they got an insurance guy and they've got somebody writing policies for them and they got a lawyer handling unemployment, and does Ventures put everything under one umbrella? And I know a lot of it is going to be yes. What are all those services you guys can provide?
Yeah, so with the fully integrated PEO service, they're going to get payroll. They're going to offload the risk and compliance. We'll be handling everything in benefits wise. So again, health, dental, vision, life, 401k. If that's something that they're interested in, we can get them onto our multi-employer plan, which is going to save them a lot of cost and fees. And we also do that at no cost for setup. So it's probably the most inexpensive way anyone could set up a 401k. There's also some different tax benefits that come with setting up a 401k for small business as well.
Yeah, it sounds like if there's something a small growing business needs, you probably have a solution or a solution provider. So
and we'll definitely make sure that if I don't have the answers, I have a team of people that I can call. And if they decide they want to sign up with Vensure, it will be their team of people. They'll receive a point person. And if they have any issues, whether it's with payroll or whether it's, with benefits, they just call their point person. That point person will then go out and get the correct expert so that they're not, the idea is to save them time. So we're not going to ask them to run all over the place trying to find help or sit on the phone for 2 hours until somebody can come to the phone. We're going to be working for them, making sure that they save as much time as we can save.
Yeah, and I don't need an answer to this question, but I want to say I love your newsletters that I get. Since I signed up, I feel like I'm an HR expert, but I know I'm not. But I love the way you guys communicate with your newsletters. You keep your clients informed. There's deadlines, new laws all the time, every beginning of every year. Sometimes mid-year we have new laws, being enacted and being implemented. So I think that's also a great benefit to being one of your clients. So let's talk about pricing. Okay, everybody's who's watching this is saying, okay, how much is this going to cost me, and is there a cost benefit to this? So try to explain that very quickly, because I know there is.
Yeah, so we want to be transparent. That's the most important thing. You get some companies that just try and bundle everything together. We leave everything broken out. We want you to know what you're paying, because we're going out and using our economies of scale to bring things to the table. We're proud of the pricing that we bring. It depends on the size of the company. So if we have a 100-person company, they may pay a little bit a little bit less than what a smaller company would. But again, wanting to be transparent, I'm just going to throw out some pricing. This is just some basic pricing. For payroll only, we're going to be about $4 per check. If they wanted to do a payroll with an HR, they're going to be looking at about $20 per check. And then for the fully integrated PEO, they're going to be looking at about $60 per check. And that's admin, and that is the gross. So they're probably already paying money for payroll. They're probably already paying money for health insurance. So what we do is we like to put up a cost comparison that shows them, okay, this is everything you're paying now, and this is what your current state of business is, and this is what you would pay with us with all the offsetting costs, and this is how much it would cost you to improve what your current state is to what we offer.
And that's what I appreciate most about actually even having you on and taking you to the FFL community. The folks you have signed up through our relationships. I liked the fact that when you did talk to the gun dealers, you show them a side-by-side, everything you're paying today, here's what it would cost to us. And in some cases, about the same. But what was nice about it, it was really one-stop shopping, one phone number to call, one place to go with any question, versus trying to figure out who's in the office, who's out of the office, email it, phone call it. I need an answer now. That was the cool thing about you guys, and I think that's kind of like the hidden benefit of going with a PEO like Vensure. So, Josh, I'm gonna, for the sake of time, we're gonna say, how do people get in touch with you? How can they find out more about you? Is there a simple website or a phone number they can call?
Yeah, so my number is 720-343-0476. I'm going to say that again, 720-343-0476. And I can work nationwide. I am based in Denver, Colorado, but I can work with companies in all 50 states and territories. So, John, I want to thank you so much for having me. I look forward to connecting with the FFL community.
Yeah, sounds great, Josh. And nationwide does mean your company is national. It's not Josh, just Josh, right? You're
Yeah,
I believe the
we are a
second or
national
third largest
company.
company. Yeah, second or third largest company doing this nationwide. You figured it out. I love your little niche with the medium to small business player. Like I said to you a couple of weeks ago, this is perfect for our FFL community. And hopefully some of these folks reach out to you with questions and at least asking for quotes and comparisons and nothing else. And Josh, can they call you if they just have an HR related question or a new law pops up? Is that something else they can find out also from you guys if they can't get an answer someplace else?
Yeah. So I want to be a resource. If I don't have the answers, I have a team of professionals that I can reach out to and simply ask a question. Don't feel, I want to be as approachable as possible. Don't feel like you can't call me because you don't think it's worthy of my time. I'm excited to talk with everyone, and I hope to help a lot of you. If anybody has immediate problems or specific problems, because things do vary from state to state, let me know, and I'll try as best I can to take you through that.
Great, Josh. All right, folks, and that's it for today. Thanks again for visiting once again to FFL Consultants. And if you want to find out more about Josh, he's also listed on our preferred partners page on our website, fflconsultants.com. Have a great day.